Good afternoon, everyone. My group is called Pagode Piano China. As indicated in the title, our project is closely related to culture between Europe and China. And as for my group member, it's very diversified. Me, Jing, and Yo is from China, and Emily, though she's from Canada, she lives in Hangzhou, which is also located in China. And as for Lilia, she is from Mongolia, but is a Chinese culture lover. And that is what brings us all together into this group. So I'm going to start with presenting of the introduction of Europeana. Europeana is an organization financed by both European governments and European facilities, cooperating Europeana facilities. And this project managed to collect, organize artworks, music, and as well as books from millions of museums, libraries, and archives from Europe. So Pagode is one of the projects that under the framework of Europeana. Pagode is specifically look into culture that is related to China and Europe. So in this project, what we're gonna do is to help enrich the digitalized items that are displayed on Europeana Pagode. Under this project, more than 10,000 digitalized items are newly introduced to this platform, as well as 20,000 enriched records that are waited to be updated from our users. So we're also gonna help to add new annotations to 2,000 and more objects. What we're gonna do is to use this platform called Crowd Heritage. In this Crowd Heritage website, organizations around Europe can introduce their metadata to this platform and invite people from all over the world to help to add annotations and anything that needs to be fixed to this website. So our group helped to promote this website and invite people to join the process of annotating. We specifically focus on a campaign called Scenes and People from China. This campaign started from yesterday, actually, April 30th, and lasts to this month in 2020. In this collection, people from China and scenes from China are presented in all forms of pictures taken by photographs from all around the world. And next, I'm going to show us more video that can show how this platform, this website works. So we're going to log in our account first, then scroll down to click into the campaign. Then according to this picture, we should come up with the word that perfectly describe what you see in this picture. So the word that you might come up with, and the word that I come up with is actually village. So that's why I type village. Then appear a tab that I can click in. So I can upvote them or downvote them. Others can upvote or downvote to show whether this is appropriate annotation or not. And this is the whole process of annotating. Another way to do so is to click one of the collection and select pictures that you want to add annotation. And this the whole process that show how the platform works. So in order to better promote this Crowd Heritage website, our group decided to create a storytelling challenge, which is actually a video competition. So in this competition, any Chinese cultural lovers are able to share their unique experience towards one of the pictures that is shown in the website and talk how he or she feels about them and dig into the background history behind the picture. So we hope through this competition, every participant can be recognized as a citizen historian who can not only have a deeper conversation with the inner heart of himself or herself, but also share the insights of Chinese culture. So in this competition, we invite professors in KU11 Arts, Cultural Studies, and also project managers of photo consortium to be our jury. As a reward, we will send 6 distinguished video makers with the certificates, and also reward all the participants with a certificates of participation. And this picture is going to show how our promotion of the video competition is undergoing during the past few months. This graph is taken from April 10th to April 20. This is a statistic taken from one of the biggest China social media platform, WeChat. As you can see, the total views of this article, which describe the introduction of the participation, was viewed 557 times, and mainly from the WeChat official account that we created, especially for this project. Next, I will show you guys some videos we have already collected from our participants to let you have a look about how our competition goes.
For example, the common people had to kneel to the officials, which is exactly what the picture shows, and the officials had to kneel to the emperor. I was reminded of a TED talk I once saw. It's about how our bodies changes our minds. Interesting, right? I think the emperors in ancient times also used this theory to get people to accept the unreasonable hierarchy.
I like this picture because of the strong emotion the man was showing by his face expression. This is the superpower that keeps people moving forward, no matter when and where.
Very different from any other chicken stew that I've ever tasted, and when I asked her about her secret ingredients, she never told me. So after she passed away, I just couldn't find that smell or that taste for a really long time, until one day I was experimenting with all different kinds of spices and then found out that this is the secret ingredient that I've been searching for.
Although they're Chinese, they have never been to China before. Since they are part of Chinese immigrants in Britain, it just reminded me of the history of the Chinese mass immigration wave. It occurred from the late 19th century when the Sino-French War broke out, to the early Republic of China period, and culminated in the founding of the New China in 1949. Throughout this turbulent period, corruption, starvation, and wars were everywhere. Many Chinese people started to emigrate abroad in hope of a better life. Most of them are illiterate peasants. After New China was founded, it became harder for many people to emigrate because of change in political situation and stricter border control.
So our competition is still undergoing, and it lasts to the 15th of this month. So we still welcome all of you to join our competition and take a look at Crown Heritage website and contribute to the annotation there. There are mainly 2 lessons I learned from this project. The first one is from the project itself. So it is about the cultural heritage of Chinese culture that is stored in European countries. So through this project, I learned how Chinese culture is presented via the camera of Western photographers. So this very astonishing and surprising, and also very informative to me. And besides that, I also learned about how, as a normal citizens, or even without any professional background can actually contribute to culture as I say in the presentation, a citizen historian. It's not that difficult as I expected, and actually everyone can contribute their part as long as he or she share the part of identity of that nation. So the other thing that I learned from this project is how to promote and organize a brand new competition or a project. So it is actually not easy, especially under the circumstance of COVID-19. We have to do all the promotion online without any chances to get to people face to face. So it's a bit hard in the very first beginning of the stage, but with the power of social media platforms, we're actually able to reach a lot of audience than we expected. And this is another thing I learned.
Yes, as for me, I think we through this activity, we knew how to send out the message that actually talking about cultural heritage is quite interesting and fashionable. And also, we think it is really a reflection on our daily life in the past. It's not like Asian thing and it's very distancing from our daily life now, but it is a reflection. And also, we knew how to send out the message to people that everyone can make contribution to promote this cultural heritage and to make it like a glory in the contemporary world. So our project aims to engage as many as audiences to participate in our activities. So on the one hand, we satisfied quite a lot of audiences through a WeChat platform, and we did a lot of promotions, and then we engaged about more than 500 audiences and viewed our activities, an introduction and a storyline. However, through other platforms, I think we still need to make some efforts for that, and using more proactive activities to engage more audiences. So, and also we think there are quite a lot of people from the same culture who engaged in this activity, and we hope that we can enlarge the diversity of the nationalities to participate our event.